Good morning. Welcome. My name is Toivovaje and I work at Elisa IT Business Unit. And it's really nice that you have taken the time right after the Easter holidays to come here to this webinar. And I will present to you kind of a classic story about a successful startup that grows past a certain limit, then maybe gets a bit lost in its way, then finally finding the right way to operate and becomes more successful with some agile way. And this is the same presentation that I gave in the Scan Agile 2017 this year. And hopefully it will be of use to you. Okay, but let me first share a bit about the environment where I operate, or our company. So we are in tailor-made software business, maintaining and developing software systems for external customers. And usually, if you outsource something, it's something that is business critical. You don't want to pay for systems that are of no use to you, but that means that if there's a problem, it's always a critical thing to get it fixed. So we live under very tight deadlines, and the systems, they are usually big and complex, because if the system would be just simple, easy to operate, then you could probably just take care of it on yourself. All right. And as I mentioned, the company that I work at, the IT business unit, it used to be called Appelsiini, which was a successful startup founded in 1999 by a couple of Finnish guys with kind of thought that they would make a different IT company, providing service desk and other kinds of services for people that want to outsource their IT operations. And things were running really smoothly. Things were working well. But if you stay too long in this kind of startup phase and you neglect the world is changing around you, especially if you're really successful, meaning in this case that you get more people in, you have more projects. It might be that you think that you're Peter Pan, you don't want to grow up, but actually you're kind of like a 30-year-old dude still living at home with your mom. And why is this? It's actually because if you have many projects, that's like a happy problem, because then you usually have a lot of business. But if you have too many projects for one individual person, that is a problem. I mean, if a person needs to share their time between too many activities, they will inevitably become unhappy. Because usually people who are experts, they like to concentrate. If possible, concentrate on one thing. And if you have a system where you just get more work in and you don't have any way to kind of divide the work between the different persons, which is possible in kind of a startup where just kind of like things happen, then it doesn't really work in a long run. And this is actually what happened to us. And the problem became evident when people started leaving. So we understood that, hey, we need to change. And that's why I want to tell you that change before it's too late. And when we analyzed this problem, or understood that, hey, we have a problem, people are leaving the company, something is not working correctly, we took a look at the industry. What should we do differently in order to have a happier people working at our company? So we need to change something, and one thing is that we needed freedom. If you take a look at the scientific facts about the motivation, what people really need, they want to have autonomy, meaning that they don't want to be micromanaged. They want to have a clear purpose, so that they just don't want to move bricks around, but they want to have something like, why am I doing this? The why is really important. And people, they pursue mastery. They want to get better at their craft. So I see modern software people more as craftsmen, not as workers just hammering some nails or something, but a real craftsman. And in addition to this freedom, we needed to have structure, so that we don't end up in the position anymore where one person is burdened with too many different projects. So we needed kind of a system where we could take in as much work as before, but maybe divide it in a smarter way. So hopefully you can see the video, and you probably know what's happening here. And yes, this is product development. So there's the one big valuable thing in the middle that everyone is concentrating on. So everyone has their own role. There's product management, testing, UX, all kinds of different things, marketing, and they all concentrate on this one valuable thing. And operations, they are efficient, and everyone knows that, okay, this is the thing that we do. Unfortunately, in my environment, this is not possible, because we don't always have the same red car coming in. But we still need to have this efficient team at the pit stop. But it might be that the car is different color, because we are serving multiple customers, and usually this thing that we are taking care of, it's really valuable for the customer. But it might be not even a car, because the complexity of outsourced maintenance business is really big. So it might be kind of an airplane or tractor or mostly anything. And maybe the figures, they don't bring you the whole idea, because if the company has invested a lot of money into some system, they want to take the benefit out of it as long as possible. So all of these systems, they are not made last year, but might be more of a legacy. And it is our job then to take care of those as well as possible. So, after thinking about all these things that are required, what we want to have happier developers and people, because in a way we saw that it should result in happier customers. and probably a more profitable business in the long run. So we got an idea of this ketterä tuotantomalli, which abbreviates to kettu in Finnish. And in English it would be something like agile production model. But let's call it kettu now, because that's easier for us Finns. And one of the main things on the background of this model is the Scrum framework. So this kettu model, it's also built on teams. So we have agile teams that have all the necessary competencies, and we have a product owner, and many things have been adapted from the Scrum. Also, as I mentioned, these three intrinsic motivation sources: autonomy, purpose, and mastery. So we have given a great deal of thought for these things, so that we want the people who work to get joy out of their work. Not just that, okay, this is boring stuff, but I will get paid for it, but just like that the work itself would be something that you want to do. Okay, then, because we take care of many customers simultaneously, we want to have efficient DevOps practices. This means like continuous integration, version control, ticketing systems. We don't want to put this up from scratch for all the customers, because that would be inefficient and it wouldn't serve the customers that well. So we have the systems ready, and we just put in the next customer using pretty much the same things. So you can take these things from the stack and just start to use them. And finally, since we are living out of our customers' will to use us, we want to concentrate on creating value for our customers. So that's where the lean thinking comes in. So always think about what you're doing. Is this producing value for my customer, or is this simply waste? And I will stop using or doing that. Won't do it anymore. And this might be the most difficult picture in this presentation, so bear with me. So here in the middle, you can see the customer. And each customer, they will have a dedicated service manager. So this is a person who you can easily kind of bounce ideas, who will be your company what comes to digitalization. So our customers, they are experts in their own business field. And we at Elisa, we are experts in digitalization. So when we learn more about our customers, we can then better serve them with some ideas that we have probably gained from doing this digitalization stuff for a longer while. So there in the middle, we have the customer. Then around here, we have the agile team. So there we have all the competencies: design, architecture, development, anything that you might need in order to turn your customers' needs into a system that can be then answering these needs. And between these, we have a product owner. So this is a person, one person, that can do a great deal of things, because actually each team, they will usually serve a couple of customers, because it might be that one customer doesn't have that much work to do for the whole team, but we still want to have more people who are familiar with the systems due to the vacations and other things, so that there's more than one person who knows the customer systems. But since we have multiple customers here in the middle, this product owner is a key role, because this person prioritizes the team backlog, which means that when there are needs from several customers, we put them all in one big list, and then we think about how do we divide the team's time between these customers, so that we can scale according to the changing needs of all our customers. And since the customers are not always accessible for the team, the product owner also serves as kind of a customer simulator for the team. So this is a really demanding and a key role. And then around here we have the agile team. So these are the software development experts and software maintenance. So usually the best results are gained when the customer doesn't, or customer and the business in this case, they don't dictate what kind of solution should be created. Because the customer is expert in their business field. And then we have these digitalization experts who are experts in digitalization and software development. So the best results are gained when we have the need, and then we give the team the freedom to select how the system should be built. So I have a not so good example from past life that the customer wants to have a button somewhere, and it might not be the best possible way to have the interaction between the user and the system. And usually that's why I would like to give the freedom to those people who have mastered their craft in creating software systems. And this, of course, it requires trust between the customer and the team, and probably that will be built when the companionship has been already for some time. And if we look at the bigger picture, so I was talking about one team, but actually we have several teams. So before we change into this Kettu framework, we used to have pools of people doing certain activities. Let's say, for example, project managers or testers or developers. And I think it's a benefit that we still have these kind of pools, but now instead of being the container of people where you just resource people for your activities, it's kind of a community of practice, which means that, or you can compare it with the guild from the Middle Ages, that there's the guild master, and then people in this guild, they are honing their craft, becoming better at testing or UX design. And in addition, they will be working in one of these vertical teams. And in our case, we call them lean teams. And this gives the nice benefit of people being able to learn new things. If someone picks an idea, let's say from internet or some conference, he or she can then share it with the others. And that's how everybody learns. And I think this is one of the nicest features in this framework. And maybe then about the results. So this get-to-model is quite easy to adapt. The same way as with Scrum, people have a mental image what it incorporates. But because now when our developers, they are becoming more familiar with the get-to-model, they know that, okay, it's team-based, okay, there's the product owner and we are serving a couple of customers, and we have a freedom to make our own choices what comes to technologies and things. And as I said, the problem was that people were leaving, but I think that has been somewhat solved now, because this year Elisa was selected as one of the greatest places to work in the industry. I think third place in big companies category. And it's also visible in our scale in the IT business unit, because I can't remember anyone leaving the company after last fall, which I think is rather nice. Also, the business results in a way that the customers, they have said that we didn't think that that would be possible in that short time frame. And I think it's something that, okay, this was a project for a customer that I cannot tell the name, but previously they had some problems, but after adopting this practice, things have been working rather smoothly. Okay, some final remarks for you to take home. So if you remember three things, first thing is motivated individuals make all the difference. So all the businesses are becoming digital businesses, and all the companies somewhat software companies. And those companies that can attract and keep the best talents, they will win. And those that fail to do it, I claim that they will cease to exist in the long run. And you want to have such a system or framework that combines freedom and structure. Freedom for people, those creative people working in software development, to not be micromanaged, and then structure enough so that things are not chaotic, but in order. And then finally, if you're not doing these things yet, you should maybe change before it's too late. It's so much easier to put down the fire when it's small instead of repairing after the house has burned down. Okay, thank you.